What's going on, guys? It's PokePond back with another investment video for you. We've got a little bit of news for you today, potentially a new set coming out. We're going to do a full price analysis as always on sealed booster boxes. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below to keep up to date on all the new products, news in the hobby, and also price tracking of sealed products. Let's get into it. Okay, so interesting little bit of news today. The Pokemon TCG has trademarked a new IP or intellectual property, basically like a trademark. They often do this when they've got like an upcoming set coming out and it's just basically them getting the copyright for the name of the set. And they've copyrighted Paradise Dragona. What could this mean? I think that's a good sign that possibly a future Japanese set is going to be called Paradise Dragona or something along those lines. Perhaps a new dragon set. Perhaps an Evolving Skies Part 2. I mean, Evolving Skies was extremely successful, and the Scarlet and Violet block has seen a big decrease in demand compared to Sword and Shield, how it started out. So I mean, they do need a really big mainline set to really get the block going. Could this be it? I don't know. This is the first we've heard anything about it. You heard it here first. You know, this channel gives you all the breaking news straight away so that you are up to date with everything. Mark my words, I think this could be a fire set. I think this is going to be a new Japanese set. I think that it's going to come out probably after the summer. I would imagine probably around about August, September sort of time in Japan, which could mean this could be our new Christmas set for 2024. I'm saying it here now. This is my early predictions. Christmas 2024, we're going to get an English version of this, Paradise Dragona, whatever it may be. There's speculations about what Pokemon might be involved, but really we know nothing at all at this stage. It's way, way, way too early to know anything, but promising signs. A big dragon set could be really good. It just depends how they play it out. If they do sort of like a later gen set, it might not do as well. If they base a dragon set around some of the earlier gens, perhaps another Rayquaza set, it could be spicy. So something on the radar for the future, boys and girls. There's a little bit of other news today, nothing major. They announced a new Palafin EX box that's going to be coming out. Doesn't really look that amazing. However, the card, the Palafin EX card, is going to come out in Mask of Change, which is going to be the second half of what's going to become our Twilight Masquerade set, which is coming out in the summer. Sorry, struggling to remember all the names of all these new sets. It feels like every 5 minutes they're bringing out a new set at the moment, but the card does actually look quite playable, so perhaps this box could be a little bit of a play. Comes with 4 booster packs. We've got no idea on what the price is at the moment. This is sort of like a rough look at what packs you get. It doesn't look like anything special. I mean, this kind of looks like an Obsidian Flames pack. This looks like a Scarlet and Violet base set pack, but it's very hard to tell, to be honest. Given the release schedule, I would imagine you probably get some Temporal Forces in there, or Paradox Rift, or who knows, to be honest. But yeah, the card looks fairly playable in the TCG, and if this is the only way to get it, then potentially this is a play. Maybe not. I'm just letting you guys know whenever there's any news about any new products. They've unveiled as well a few of the evolution lines of Mask of Change. This is the first look at the second half of Twilight Masquerade, what's going to be coming in English pretty soon to us. So they've unveiled a Chandelure evolution line, which is interesting, an Alakazam evolution line. Again, nothing special. They're not going to show us the SIRs or secret rares or anything like that until much closer to the release date. So these are just sort of like your bulk standard evolution lines in the sets, but it's just interesting to see that they're starting to release some of what Mask of Change is going to look like, so we can start to get an idea of whether we're going to be buying into Twilight Masquerade. At the moment, it doesn't look super special, but we still haven't seen the real bangers from Mask of Change yet. I will, of course, update you guys as soon as more information comes out on those, so that we know whether it's worth us buying into Twilight Masquerade or not. Just having a little look on the Pokemon Center, as we are doing quite regularly now. Still got here in the UK quite a few good plays going on. We've obviously got Astral Radiance available. You can pick that up cheaper elsewhere. Brilliant Stars available, again cheaper elsewhere. Fusion Strike, good play. Booster Box 143, you can still pick these up. That's a really good deal. Middle of the road Scarlet and Violet sets for overpriced. Chilling Rain, we talked about this last week. I think this is a really good play. I ordered one this week. It has not arrived yet. I used this month's spending allowance that I allow myself for Pokemon cards on a Chilling Rain booster box, and I also bought some of these blister packs for £3 each as well, the sleeved booster packs. Just because I'm a huge fan of sleeve booster packs, I just like having them in my collection. I'm not just an investor, I am also a collector as well, and these are just really nostalgic to me, because I actually started up like a really small Pokemon pack opening channel, like back when Chilling Rain first came out, and it didn't do very well, and I deleted it. But I bought loads of these and was opening these up, so it's just a bit nostalgic to me. I kind of wish I still had that content, because I might have uploaded it to this channel now, but it's just funny how things work out. But yeah, really big fan of these Chilling Rain sleeved booster packs. And with Chilling Rain, I really do think this is your last chance to buy it for recommended retail price, because it's such an old set now. It's a really cool set, some really nice alt arts, and it's not available at the moment in America on the Pokemon Center, and you're starting to see it creep up in price. So as soon as this stock dries out in the UK, there seems to be a little bit of it available. As soon as this dries up, I imagine Chilling Rain's going to have a very good year, but we'll have to wait and see. The proof will be in the pudding, as they say. There's also these as well. I haven't really looked into these. They're sort of like the Milk Carton Iono Premium Tournament Collection. You could buy into these if you want. They might be a play, they might not. I've seen a few of them pop up on YouTube with like streamers opening them. It's a possible play, because you do get a full art trainer promo in it, and Iono is quite a waifu, as they say, for the Japanese sets. Maybe not so much for the English, but this product could be worth a little bit more in the future, but I don't want to recommend it too much because I don't know enough about it yet. I haven't really done my research into it. Just thought it was interesting that it popped up on the Pokemon Center. Everything else on here is pretty mundane, nothing really interesting to point out. Apart from these build and battle kits for Brilliant Stars, I just find it interesting because build and battle kits are the sort of like pre-release kits for the set, so you end up getting promos that are like stamped, so they have like their own little pre-release stamp on them, which is quite interesting. And I just think it's crazy that these are still available for Brilliant Stars, even though Brilliant Stars has been out for a long time. They're not super desirable on the secondary market at the moment, but I could definitely see these becoming collectible in the future. I've got some Evolving Skies ones that I got when I went to my LCS's launch event for the Evolving Skies, which was really fun. Ended up picking up 2 boxes of Evolving Skies. That's looking like a pretty good investment at this point, but I just thought it was interesting that these are available and pretty cheap. You only get like 2 packs in them, but as I said, you get these special stamped cards that you can't get anywhere else, and I could see them being worth something in the future. So just another play there that I will point out to you guys. Alright, let's get into some price tracking of our booster boxes and have a look at some of the changes. We've been talking about Lost Origin quite a lot recently. So Lost Origin has seen a little bit of a climb in this last week, nothing major though. 172 to 178. So just a few dollars of increase, a few percentage points there, less than a 5% gain, but a gain nonetheless in the last 7 days for Lost Origin on TCG Player. Cheapest on eBay is still so overpriced. Cheapest on eBay is $194 with some free postage attached to it. You can obviously pick that up a little bit cheaper elsewhere though. I mean, look at this, 209 someone paid yesterday for one on eBay. I don't understand why. You can get these cheaper elsewhere. Yeah, it's just a bit of a crazy one. Is Lost Origin actually available on Pokemon Center at the moment? Let's just have a double check. I know it is on the American one. It's not. Maybe that's why eBay's creeping up in price. Like I said, I tried to buy one of these the other week and I couldn't find one for a decent price because secondary market is just so expensive at the moment, especially on eBay, and I'm not paying 200 for Lost Origin. Not at this stage in the game anyway. That will probably seem cheap in a year's time or so, but I would rather put my money into other things at the moment, like Chilling Reign being available for RRP is pretty crazy. I definitely would not be paying 209 for a minty box of it. Fusion Strike again had a kind of average week. We saw a tiny gain, a couple of dollars rise on TCG Player. Again, we're talking marginal, we're talking 1%, 2% gain, but it's still a gain nonetheless. More sort of just a stabilizing of price on the Fusion Strike. Cheapest on eBay at the moment is 160, but as we discussed, you can pick it up for 143 recommended retail on the Pokemon Center at the moment. You might even be able to find it a little bit cheaper at some other retailers if they're trying to shift them. But yeah, 143 seems like a pretty good deal this week, still on Pokemon Center. These are cool as well. Keep talking about these in my videos. The half booster boxes seems to be an EU/UK exclusive. 164 for a half booster box, 18 packs in there, works out at 130 on the booster box, like equivalent price. Yes, they are a little bit less desirable than a main booster box, but pretty cool. A good way to buy into Fusion Strike for a good price point if you don't want to put all the money into a booster box at this stage. They're neat, they're cool, I like these. It's definitely a play. Chilling Reign, as we discussed, is actually on a little bit of a rise on TCG Player. I think it's because it's not available on the US Pokemon Center at the moment. I think stock is pretty much dried up on the primary market for the US, which is why you're starting to see some rises here. But as we mentioned before, it's available on Pokemon Center. Let's just do a quick little price analysis, see what rise it was. So it was 191. And it moved to 214. So that's let's get the calculator out. It's too early in the morning. I'm filming this quite early in the morning, and the coffee's not kicked in yet. So what was it? 214 minus, what did we say? 191 minus 191. $23 rise, which is let's do a percentage divided by 191 is a 12% rise on Chilling Reign over in the US markets at the moment. So quite a significant climb. It's actually outperforming, you know, your Fusion Strike, etc. It's actually outperforming Evolving Skies for this week as well, which is quite surprising. But we can still pick them up quite cheap here in the UK. Cheapest on eBay is 160, but again, we talked about it. You can pick it up cheaper on Pokemon Center, 144. Brilliant Stars has had a very good week as well. We're seeing a bit of a climb here for Brilliant Stars. It's gone up about $10. Nothing major, but it is definitely a climb in the right direction. Nice to see Brilliant Stars finally seeing a bit of a turn to the upside. I've been recommending this set for quite a while, that it's a good investment, and it's nice to see that it's starting to gain a little bit of elevation. I imagine Brilliant Stars is going to have a very good year. Cheapest on eBay, super cheap right now, actually 147 for a Brilliant Stars. Again, you might be able to pick this up a little bit cheaper if you go through the secondary markets, look through some of the big card shops at their websites. You may be able to find yourself a deal a little bit cheaper than this, but this is a pretty good price for Brilliant Stars. It's pretty much what the retail was when it first came out. So yeah, pretty interesting. Brilliant Stars as well. You can pick it up for 143 on Pokemon Center. You may be able to pick it up a little bit cheaper elsewhere, but yeah, pretty good price. If you're looking at buying some, I would probably buy just from Pokemon Center. To pick it up for retail at this stage in the game is pretty good. It had some big reprints around Christmas time of this year, but I think stock's going to dry up pretty soon of Brilliant Stars, and I really doubt they're going to reprint it again. Astral Radiance actually had a really good week this week. You can see from the chart it is just shooting up in price at the moment. Let's do a little price analysis. So it was 144 last week. So what is it now? Last sale is 184. Well, we don't need to calculate that. That's a $40 price rise. And let's do a percentage on that. So 40 divided by, what was the original, 144. 27% price rise on Astral Radiance. That's pretty good week for Astral Radiance. It's not available on Pokemon Center at the moment, I don't think. Or is it? Were we looking at it earlier? I'm losing track of what is available and what's not. Let's just have a look so I don't give you misinformation. Do we have any Astral Radiance? I think it's one of those. It keeps coming in and out of stock. There it is. It is available. There you go. You can still pick it up for retail here in the UK from Pokemon Center for 143. Quite a good deal. You could pick it up even cheaper on eBay though. Look, cheapest available, 125 for a nice minty box of Astral Radiance. I'd take back what I said about minty box. This one looks very stretched. I mean, there's no problem with that, but it's not minty. Yeah, like you notice here, it's had something heavy sat on the top of it as well. Probably looks okay though at first glance. If I was going to buy this, I'd do a bit more inspecting, but it kind of looks okay. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a legit box. It's hard to tell without doing a little bit more looking into it. But yeah, it's also up for best offer as well, so you might be able to sling them a cheeky offer. You never know. Half booster boxes as well. Astral Radiance looking more and more like a good play. Astral Radiance this week. 162 for the half booster. That works out about the same as this main booster box price. But on the half booster, if you don't want to chuck in all of the money, let's look at Evolving Skies. Actually had a pretty chill week this week, Evolving Skies, for the first time in a long time. Kind of just leveling out on the price chart. Let's go on the monthly one. Yeah, look, it's pretty much just been staying fairly level for the past couple of weeks. That's actually a really promising thing to see. Stable prices is good. It means it's an accepted price for the product. Going for around about the 680 mark here on TCG Player in dollars, and the cheapest on eBay at the moment is 600. So that kind of does make sense. I don't think you're going to be able to pick these up any cheaper than that, really. Evolving Skies is just one of those sets that as soon as someone puts one up for a bargain, it just gets snapped up. Unless there's like a major reprint of Evolving Skies, which could happen, I really don't think we're going to see boxes below 600 for much longer, if at all, in the future at all. But we will wait and see. As I said, the big news this week was Astral Radiance on a bit of a tear over in the US, going vertical on the price charts, and obviously potentially new dragon set coming. Something to pay attention to for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe down below to never miss an opportunity or a play. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.